Once locked away in secrecy, this 1983 report, Analysis and Assessment of the Gateway Process, was written for the U.S. Army. It claimed that human consciousness could escape the limits of time and space. Imagine being able to step outside your body, to see distant places, to move through dimensions, all through the power of your mind. It sounds like science fiction, but the CIA took it seriously. And what you're about to hear is their roadmap to unlocking the universe within. Background. In June of 1983, Lieutenant Colonel Wayne M. McDonnell of U.S. Army Intelligence submitted his findings on what was called the Gateway Experience. This was a program developed by the Monroe Institute, a private organization experimenting with audio frequencies to alter consciousness. The goal? To understand whether humans could reach expanded states of awareness through something called hemispheric synchronization, or hemisync. McDonnell's report is blunt. He says, frankly, sir, that proved to be an extremely involved and difficult business. Because what he was tasked with explaining wasn't just neuroscience. It blended psychology, quantum physics, and metaphysics. This was not a casual project. It was a military intelligence assessment, asking whether the human mind could be used as a tool or even a weapon. What is the gateway process? The gateway process is built on one central idea, that the human brain can be trained to enter altered states of consciousness through sound. The Monroe Institute created audio tracks that played slightly different frequencies in each ear. These are known today as binaural beats. The effect nudges the left and right hemispheres of the brain into synchronization. When the brain becomes harmonized in this way, unusual states of awareness emerge. The report compares it to hypnosis, biofeedback, and meditation, practices that show how simple techniques can dramatically change the brain's functioning. But hemisync, McDonnell argued, provided a more direct, reliable method for shifting consciousness itself. The science and theories. The report goes far beyond sound. It builds a model of reality to explain what might be happening when people enter these states. First, it suggests that consciousness may not be limited to the brain at all. Instead, it could function as a field of energy, something that interacts with the universe directly. Second, it describes the universe as holographic. Every part contains the whole. This holographic model, supported by physicists like David Bohm, suggested that consciousness could access information non-locally, beyond space and time. Third, it explores how altered states might allow the mind to bypass ordinary physical limits. People in gateway sessions reported out-of-body experiences, visions, and perceptions of distant places. The CIA didn't dismiss these. They tried to explain them with physics. And finally, it points to the idea of the absolute, a universal, timeless source of consciousness. In the highest states of gateway, one might merge with this absolute, experiencing unity with the cosmos itself. The practical method. The report breaks down the actual steps: relaxation and focus, calm the body, slow the breath, clear the mind. The gateway begins with simple grounding. Hemisync audio guidance. Specific sound frequencies guide brainwaves into alpha and theta ranges, states associated with creativity, dreamlike awareness, and trance. Visualization techniques. Imagining energy rising through the body or projecting awareness beyond physical boundaries. Focus levels. These are stages identified by the Monroe Institute. For example, Focus 10, mind awake, body asleep. Focus 12, expanded awareness. Higher levels reach beyond physical perception into non-local states. These stages, according to the CIA report, act like stepping stones, each one carrying the individual deeper into altered states of consciousness. What the CIA believed was possible. So what did the CIA conclude? The potential benefits they listed were extraordinary. Enhanced problem solving, control over stress, access to information beyond ordinary perception, even glimpses of existence beyond death. They believed Gateway might allow remote viewing, the ability to perceive distant places or events. This ties directly into other CIA programs like Project Stargate, where psychic spying was tested during the Cold War. But McDonnell also outlined the limits. The experiences are subjective. They are hard to verify or reproduce consistently. The science is speculative, stretching physics into metaphysical territory. And yet, the CIA invested time, money, and secrecy into this research. That fact alone says something. The bigger realization. What does the gateway process teach us about ourselves? First, that the mind is not as simple as we assume. Consciousness might be more than brain chemistry. It could be fundamental to the fabric of reality itself. Second, that silence and sound, discipline and surrender can open states of awareness that feel as real, or more real, than waking life. Third, that science and mysticism may not be opposites. In this document, physics and spirituality meet. The CIA tried to translate out-of-body experiences, meditation, and mystical visions into scientific terms. And finally, it leaves us with a haunting question. If the US government once believed humans could transcend time and space, what else lies hidden in the archives? This is only one of thousands of declassified files. The gateway process is not just a curiosity, it's a window into how intelligence agencies quietly studied the edges of human potential. Some call it pseudoscience, some call it spiritual truth. But the fact remains, the CIA once treated it as serious intelligence work. And now, the document is in your hands. What do you think? Is consciousness a trick of the brain or a key to the universe? Because if even part of the gateway process is true, reality may be far stranger than we ever imagined.